Hello everyone, in this video we're going to insert a column and detail the reinforcement. So to start with, we go to Structure tab, we look for column icon, click on it. In the Properties palette, we click down and look for a concrete rectangular column. Let's pick 300 by 450. Alright, so we place the column on the base. Alright, so just as a reminder, before you place it, you have just to look at this sub menu, ensure that the height is selected and that since we are on level 1, so it is going to start in level 1 and goes to level 2, and then you place your column, reinforced concrete column. Now just click on an elevation just to ensure that the column is starting from level 0 to level 3, that is 3 meters. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to extend the column a little more above the level 2, let's say by 300. Alright, then we place apply. Okay, so we go back to level 2. On level 1 we've got our columns, that's fine. Now we go to level 2 with the column selected. We need to alter the cover. Now we don't see any cover with respect to beam columns here, so we have to create it. We go to Structure, alright, where you've got the rebar area, under it you've got reinforcement. Click on the drop down arrow and select rebar cover settings. Here you need to add and change to beam column cover. We're going to maintain 1, meaning that the top, bottom, side cover we're going to let it be at a fixed value of 30 millimeters, so that's okay. Now we select again our column, go to the structural under properties, and we change the rebar to column cover everywhere. Alright, so column cover is changed, apply. Alright, so that's okay. Now with the column selected, we click on rebar. You've got the list of rebar shape. Alright, now sometimes you might see that the rebar shape disappears, but don't worry. You've got the sub menu here and you've got this icon with 3 dots. You just click on it, your shape browser is going to reappear. Now in this we're going to have a stirrup. Now we're going to use number 52. Alright, now before we place it in here, you have to ensure that within the placement plane that you are on current work plane and the reinforcement is placed parallel to the work plane. Alright, now for the stirrup it has to be parallel to the work plane, and for the main vertical bar it has to be perpendicular. So let's do one by one. The stirrup, when we click on it and when we drag it here, alright, so you can play around with where you want the hook to be. So once you're happy, you click. Alright, now it's good that we take a section. I'm going to get rid of level 1 and north, but I'm going to insert a section here. Alright, and then I'm going to go to the View tab, Tile View. Sorry, I didn't. Where's section? I think it's section 3. Yes, okay. I did not open the section before going to tile view, so now I can go to view and then tile view. Alright, so I adjust the view accordingly. Alright, so I've got my stirrup which is hanging somewhere up. Alright, so now I'm going to populate it. Alright, so I'm going to click on it. Now here in the layout you're going to see single. I can put a maximum spacing. Now if I want to change it to 200, Alright, I press 200 and it gives me that the quantity is going to be 18, which cannot be changed. Now one thing I didn't do is I need to change the diameter of the bar. Now here it is fixed on 12, so I'm going to go and look for H8. Now then I'm going to duplicate it. In Mauritius we use T8, so I'm going to change it. So edit, duplicate, T08, alright, and I'm going to leave the rest as is in terms of dimension. So we're talking about bar diameter 8 millimeters, so we keep it as is. Alright, okay, so here it is. We've already put our stirrup. Now you're going to see that the stirrup need to go down, but for the moment it's not. We're going to adjust it accordingly later on. Now next is we need to put in the vertical bars. So I click on the column, click on the rebar tool, and I look for my vertical bars. Right, so I'm going to use this one. Now I need to change the placement. Now placement, current work plane, not a problem. The reinforcement, the main bar, vertical bar need to be perpendicular to cover. So I select that, and then you're going to see that I've got my reinforcement. Alright, I'm just going to do with one first. Alright, now this reinforcement, if you look at the section, is just a vertical bar, but I don't have the leg, so I have to produce to ensure that this bar goes down and I've got a proper leg which is fixed to the reinforcement of the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the sketch. Alright, so I can edit it in section, okay, any section, open view. Alright, so it's open in section 1. So what I need to do is I just need to make the leg. So I just pick it from here and then I put the leg to be 300. Alright, that's okay. Once done, I click on tick and you can see that the leg is there, but it doesn't go down to the reinforcement. So what I do is I use this arrow to drag it down. Alright, now once it's at the bottom, I need to constrain this reinforcement. So I go on, select the reinforcement bar, constrain, edit constrain. So then I have it here. Alright, so it is constrained here. Now I put the tick. Alright, now I've got only one rebar. I need to populate my column. So what I do is I come to this layout, I select it, and then I do copy. Alright, so from here I go to here, for example, 1, and then I place 1 here. Alright, and then I'm going to mirror the whole thing. Alright, I'm just going to mirror it. Alright, so here it is. Okay, let's say I'm just using these, and this is how my reinforcement appears. Now last adjustment is going to be with respect to the stirrup. Now if you can see that my column goes down, so I just need to drag it down. If I want it to be here, I drag it down here. Alright, so also if I want to see the extent, I can just drag these and I'm going to see how it is done. Now at the top, if I need to adjust, I can. Alright, adjust the reinforcement. Now if I want the reinforcement bar at the top to be of a different shape, I can edit, and then I can have this from here to here. Alright, once I'm done, okay, so here is my reinforcement, and I can modify all of them accordingly. Okay, so once this is done, then we can annotate our reinforcement. Same thing, we go to annotate, then we tag our reinforcement. Sorry, annotate, so we have to be in the view, annotate, tag, and here we are, tag, and we've got our reinforcement here. Now we can play with it as we said earlier. We select it, we want it to be horizontal, we can have it horizontal. Alright, if you want to edit here the quantity number, we can. Alright, so you can adjust it accordingly. Alright, so that's all for our rebar. Okay, now if you want to put on level 1, you remember we had our foundation. Now if you want to change the reinforcement, if you want to add the detail of the column, you can add it in terms of dimension. So you can put in the dimension. Alright, so here definitely you need to adjust things. Alright, this one to this one, it's 300. Okay, and then here to here. Alright, so we already talked about how to fine-tune these dimensions. So if you click on it, edit, you just need to fix this here to fix dimension, apply, okay, and you can see everything is fixed. Alright, and then you can move this one up from here to here. Alright, and the dimensions you can move it wherever you want. Okay, and then you can remove the leader for this one. So here it is. Okay, so the same thing we can do vertically from this one to this one. Well, we can see that the dimension is not appropriate, but this you can adjust here to here, 450, and then from here to here, this value. Alright, okay, so then you can move the reinforcement, the dimension here, you can move it from this point to somewhere here, or even more up. Alright, and this one you can drag it on down, and then you remove the leader. Okay, so we are done here, and that's all for the column reinforcement. In our next video, we're going to look at how we're going to detail a beam.